That's mine.
Hey guys, it's Kenneth, and today I'm going to be doing Zero, the creepypasta. This video was requested by my friend Savannah. Let's get started. This story starts out with a girl named Alice. Growing up, Alice had a really good life, but sometimes she was abused. So because she was getting abused, physically and verbally, she isolated herself in her room and made up imaginary friends. Her first imaginary friend she made, her name was Zero. One day, Zero and Alice were playing outside, and Zero had told Alice to go into the middle of the road and run into the road, basically. And Alice had no idea that it was Zero she was talking to, or that Zero was talking to her. She just heard a voice saying, "Hey, go into the road." So Alice went into the road, and inconveniently, her parents were coming down, driving down the road at the same time. And to avoid hitting Alice, her parents swerved, and her parents crashed into a tree, and her parents had died. So, because Alice didn't have anybody to take care of her, her neighbor, Mr. Rogers, decided to take care of her. Mr. Rogers, her neighbor that took her in, was also verbally and physically abusive to Alice. So, and also on that, Alice also had to deal with bullies at school, which sucks, because I know how that feels. And one day, for one of her interactions with her bullies, one of her bullies decided to pour chocolate milk all over Alice's hair and body and everything, just all over her. Alice got so mad she snapped, and Zero came out and became her anger. So Zero almost beat the kid to death. Like, this kid, if no one pulled Zero off of her, or him, Zero would have killed this kid. Alice had to go home, and so a couple months, Zero was out, just for a few months, because she was still angry and mad because of her bullies at school, and because of her, or because of the man that was taking care of her. So, a couple months go by, and Alice finally comes back. She is able to control her own body again, and she's aware of her surroundings and everything again. But for a few days, Alice has migraines. After these migraines finally go away after about 3-4 days. So when Alice's migraines go away, she decides to go sit down and watch TV. When Alice turns on the TV, she sees she turns on the news, and a man had gone missing, and the man that was missing was found in an alleyway, completely mutilated. A few times over and over, Alice would black out, Zero would come out and go places around the house, and Alice would wake up in these different rooms, and she would not remember anything that happened before, or right after she blacked out and before she woke back up. The man that had went missing, the man that took Mr. Rogers, the man who took Alice in to take care of her, had went missing, but Alice didn't realize this as gone missing. She seen it as he just wasn't coming home, so that relieved her from, and it made her a little bit happier inside. Alice found a sledgehammer somewhere in the house. I don't know if it was the garage, attic, or wherever. I don't think it really matters, but she found a sledgehammer, and Zero had came out because the sledgehammer brought memories back for some reason. Zero changed Alice's whole appearance to make it look how Zero wanted it, which was this type of skeleton look. Hey guys, so I forgot to put this up in the video, but this is what Zero looks like. I was gonna put in the video that this is what Zero looks like, but I wasn't able to because I had forgotten completely about it because I've had so much other things on my mind, but this is what Zero looks like. So yeah. One of Alice's friends, Danielle, called Alice because when Alice blacked out for those few months, Alice never went to school. She never talked to any of her friends or anything. So Danielle, Alice's friend, called Alice, and surprisingly to Danielle, Alice picked up, but it was actually Zero. Danielle had said that she had a present for Alice that she wanted her to come to her house. So Zero hangs up, walks over to Danielle's house, and when Danielle opens the door, to her surprise, Alice looks like this crazy person. Danielle sees the sledgehammer in Zero's hand. Danielle runs because she's scared. Zero catches up to her, pushes her to the ground, and then Zero mutilates her body and kills Danielle with the sledgehammer. Zero turns around, sees the present that Danielle was going to give her, opens up the present and sees this black and white scarf that fits her outfit perfectly, and then Zero just leaves the house. Well, that's the end of the, that's the story. That's it. So here's my conclusion about if I think that Zero and Alice, them together, is a real thing or not. Yes, they kind of are, because this story fits a psycho's life. Like, if you were to go crazy, you usually go crazy because you have, or there's multiple different reasons. Something passed in your life, or you have multiple personality disorder. This is a case of personality disorder. Anyone can be Alice. It's insanity. That's basically what it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video and everything. And if you think Alice is real or fake, put the comments down, or real or not. Put down in the comment section below if you think she could be real or not. See you next time, guys. Bye.